Title for the morning is The Truth About Name It and Claim It. The truth about Name It and Claim It. Are we together? And the people said, let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work. The truth about Name It and Claim It. Several years ago, there was an ideology, a thought that entered the minds of those of us who make up the body of Christ. I don't know where it came from, don't know who thought of it, but somebody coined the phrase, name it and claim it. And in essence, the thought was, if you say it with your mouth, that it will automatically come to pass. And I am afraid that that thought has gone through the body of Christ and has damaged the theology and the thinking, the consciousness of well-meaning people who love the Lord and are really trying to live according to his will and to his way. Some of us believe, sisters and brothers, that all I have to do is go to church, make a lot of noise, say what I want, and God will jump when I say to jump. My charge today here is to tell us the truth about the matter. And the truth is, sisters and brothers, you can jump and shout all you want, and that is good in its place. You can name whatever you want. You can put titles on it. You can label it. You can put your name on it. You can get a marker lot and write your name and circle it. But if it is not in God's will for your life, it shall not come to pass. I am afraid that many of God's children are naming and claiming things that God never intends for you. I am afraid that many of us are naming and claiming those things that we are not yet able to handle in our lives. And so if you have some time today, I'd like to explore this well-worn passage of Nehemiah and his adventure in the rebuilding of the walls of Jerusalem and tell us the truth about name it and claim it. Are destroyed. Some of their most prominent citizens are taken from the community. Thank you, Brother Johnson. Some of their most prominent citizens have left their community and gone to live in other communities. Some of their most prominent citizens have left Eden Park and gone to live in other communities. Some of the most prominent citizens have left South Baton Rouge and now they live in other communities. Some of the most prominent citizens have left Scotlandville and left Valley Park and have gone to live. Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. I know I'm right about it. And have gone to live in other communities. And so it is. Jerusalem is not what it used to be. I'm afraid as we look at our culture and our society, we will have to agree. It's not what it used to be. The church, which was once a proud institution of justice, an institution of salvation, an institution culture, is now left to defend itself in this postmodern world where authority is despised and the truth has become relative to whatever you want it to be. It's not what it used to be. Families that once stuck together are now fighting one another over 15 cents and a corner that they don't even own. It's not what it used to be, where moral and ethics used to guide our footsteps. And now we live in a culture that says do whatever you want, whenever you want. It's not what it used to be. And some of you are now thumbing through the pages of your own personal life and you looking around and you say, this is not what it used to be. Well, once virile and vital life is now relegated to pills and shots and doctor's intervention to make it through the next day. It's not what it used to be. Some of us are looking at some relationships and wondering, where did the love go? It's not what it used to be. Some of us are looking around in our lives and we wonder, we was once so strong and we were once so vital in the way that we lived, and now now we're just making it day to day, and we have to admit it is not what it used to be. Marriages are ended up in divorce courts. It's not what it used to be. People are in trouble and they don't even know why they are in trouble. It is not what it used to be. But I like the fact that Nehemiah said it's trouble, it's disgraceful. I'm ashamed to even say I live here, but you know what? It belongs to me, and so I'm going to name it and I'm going to claim it. And can I tell you, brothers and sisters, that nothing will change in our communities until we first open our eyes and call it what it is, and then claim that it belongs to us. I don't care how much government intervention, I don't care how many programs they put in our communities, until we decide that it belongs to us and we will make a difference. It will never ever change. Some will remember that Martin Luther King Jr. said that change never rides in on the wheels of inevitability, but change comes through a conscious effort that is sustained over a matter of time. I don't think you heard me. It's not going to change waiting for somebody else to do it, baby. If this world is going to change, if our communities are going to change, it's up to me, you, we, us together to get it done. Next to him. Doesn't seem like much when you read it, except it will say that the priest and the lay people came together, and then next to them, the rich and the poor people, and then next to them, the craftsman and the novice, and then next to them, those who understood the work and those who didn't have a clue but were willing to lend a helping hand, and then next to them, those who've been with the Lord for 50 years and those who just met him yesterday. And then next to them, those who have doctorate degrees and those who have a third or second grade education. And then next to them, those who grew up on this side of the tracks and those who grew up on that side of the track. And then next to them, people with straight hair and people with nappy hair. And then next to them, people with wide noses, and then people with small noses, and then next to them, people that were dark skinned, darker than 1,000 midnights on the bayou, and then next to them, people who were so light that they looked, and then next to them, you will notice that it says that people from Jericho came to work and people from other cities came to work. Are you catching it yet? That the key to all of this name it and claim it stuff is in the power of our cooperation, in the power of us not only recognizing it and not only claiming it, but in the power of you, me, and we and us together deciding that we will work together to make sure that the job is done. Next to them, shoulder to shoulder, so that the enemy can't get in. Next to them, shoulder to shoulder, so that when you cry, I can feel your pain and we can cry together, shoulder to shoulder, rubbing against one another, so that when I'm happy, you can feel my joy and get happy with me. Shoulder to shoulder, so that when you fall down, I can reach down and pick you up. Shoulder to shoulder, I tell you, so that when you mess up, I can just reach over and help you to straighten it up. Shoulder to shoulder, so that when it's going on in your life, you don't have to try to hide it, but I can see you through it. Shoulder to shoulder, I tell you, on one accord and striving for the same goals. And I wonder in this house today if there's anybody but me that's willing to stand shoulder to shoulder and make sure that the devil doesn't send another one of our children to those human warehouses that they call prisons. Can we stand shoulder to shoulder and make sure that men and women and boys and girls have education and culture for their minds, have food for their stomachs, yes, have a sense of pride and self-determination, shoulder to shoulder. I tell you, is there anybody here that's willing to stand up and make sure that Miss Bessie or Uncle Joe has all the medicine they need? Can we stand shoulder to shoulder and tell this world this far and no further? We claim our city, we claim our community, and we will name it again. Yes, you call it desolate, we call it blessed. You call it no good, we call it of the Lord. You call it hell, we call it one step from heaven. You call it ain't gonna make it, we call it hope. You call it dirty, we call it washed in the blood of the Lamb. Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder to shoulder.